It's time for the debate this hour. Former Conservative leader William Hague has called the government shallow, weak and morally reprehensible for its U-turn on its unhealthy food policy. Plans to crack down on junk food advertising and multi-buy promotions have been delayed for a year as a result of the cost of living crisis. Celebrity chef Jamie Oliver has called for a protest outside Downing Street if the government does not reverse its decision come Friday. So we're asking, should unhealthy food advertising be banned? We're joined by the rapper, author and podcaster Zuby and the restaurateur and cookery school owner Giancarlo Caldesi. Gentlemen, thanks for your time today. Really appreciate it. Zuby, can we start with you? I think you take the view that actually when it comes to how big we are, what we'll put into our mouths, the onus, the responsibility lies with us ourselves.
Yeah, exactly. I agree with that totally. I think it's important to say up front that I'm a huge advocate for physical fitness and proper nutrition. However, I don't think the right way to do this is through banning junk food advertising. I think adults should be able to make those decisions for themselves, and families should be able to do that. And I think businesses should be allowed to advertise their products if we're going to have a free society.
Giancarlo, where do you stand on this? Do you stand with Jamie Oliver, who feels the government needs to take a stronger and firmer line?
I think the stronger and firmer line should be taken by the government. I disagree at the moment in a sense that the actual food should not be put on television all the time, especially junk food, simply because the kids want that all the time. And when you're a parent, what's happened is your kid, they bother you. Can I have that? Can I have that? And therefore, you're obliged to give to them, which obviously it isn't the right, correct food for them. And so all this brainwashing, it should stop. Really should stop long time ago. And we should go back to what is the normal thing of teaching at school proper food to be cooked, and not advertising junk food 3 for 1, 2 for 1. That encourages people to eat more of food, which is not really sometimes not fit for human consumption. And it really makes us very bad. So I'm afraid the government is not taking any stand whatsoever to really make sure that our country is healthy, and health is really called wealth. Health is wealth. Really big time. And as a parent, you find that you get so much into trouble with your kids. I want this, I want that. And you go by the shop and you buy them to keep them quiet. And that is not the right attitude, I'm afraid.
Well, it may not be, but most parents will recognise that depiction. Zuby, I'm a single parent. I try my best to gather the kids around the dining table, cook from scratch and do all that stuff. But in a busy world, it's not always easy, is it, for there to be this trickle down of good behaviour and practice within a family structure?
I do appreciate that. I understand it.
Sorry, Giancarlo, hang on. That was I didn't make it very clear. That's to you, Zuby.
No worries. Yeah, I totally agree with the statement that health is wealth. And I think that the government and the general public could do more in terms of promoting healthy lifestyle and healthy activity. I do have concerns about the notion of a nanny state government, which is coming in and making bans about whether or not people are allowed to see advertising for certain foods and drinks and things like that. I think that's an overstep of what the government is supposed to be doing. And I would prefer that individuals and families are able to make their own decisions about that. Also, I don't buy the notion that advertising is so powerful that it forces people to buy things just because they're put in their faces. We all see hundreds or thousands of ads every single day, and we don't necessarily rush out and buy absolutely everything that's pushed towards us.
Yeah, I mean, Giancarlo, that's an important point, isn't it? I mean, behind this seems to be this idea that people are so susceptible, so suggestible, that they see an ad on a billboard and rush out and buy the burger with extra fries.
Well, it's proven in many occasions that when any celebrity chef or somebody's gone up and said, well, can you buy an item? And suddenly the supermarket is emptied out. So I think adverts, they're very powerful. And we have to stop brainwashing our children. I know that creating food is not an easy task. I understand it. But the parents and us, we need to start making more effort to prepare some food and not just go and buy a super food which has been overworked. and it's not really good enough for you, as either it's got no protein or no substance for you to really have a good life. I am the person that was 18 stone, diabetes. I changed my life around by simply on food, changing my lifestyle. And really, many other people like me, but I can assure you, writing books and doing what I do, I'm a living proof that from 17.5 stones to 14 stones and changing my life around, I couldn't get up off the chair. And that was all down to food. Food which wasn't really, clearly, it wasn't good for me, and it's not good for many other people. So a healthy nation will be a wealthy nation.
Food and quite a lot of willpower, I imagine, as well. Giancarlo and Zuby, we have to leave it there, but we really appreciate your time this afternoon. Thanks ever so much. Andrew Pearce is alongside me. There's something about these conversations now about healthy food and advertising, the role of the state, nanny state. It almost feels slightly academic when the cost of living crisis is with us.
How dare politicians who have a backbench MP earns 84,000 a year, cabinet minister on 160,000 say we're taking away these buy one get one free offers out of supermarkets because they're very bad for your health. When people's families are struggling to make ends meet, they should stay. And what on earth has happened to William Hague? Once seen as the true heir to Margaret Thatcher, he's really lost his mojo. Nanny state, the worst sort. And by the way, the restaurateurs saying supermarkets are selling food not fit for human consumption. No, they're not.